Alright, and we're back. Got a couple more packs here. It's been a week. Probably still kind of recovering from Dead and Company last weekend, and stayed across the street from Wrigley Field. It was Dead and Company was at Wrigley Field, right there. Shameless plug. Anyways, yeah, we stayed right across the street on Sheffield. 36-19. As a Cubs fan, it was a dream to wake up 2 days in a row right across from Wrigley Field. And when you wake up, you step outside and there's Wrigley Field. I mean, it was awesome. Get from our seats back to our couch on Saturday night in about 2 minutes, which is great because I was kind of in another world on Saturday night. Friday night got a little ugly too. Maybe had a little too much too fast, but anyways, we made it through, and then yeah, Saturday was a great time too. I don't partake in them, but I saw more balloons, nitrous balloons everywhere. That was insane. It was just insane time. Oh no, back to reality. Cubs still suck. They blew another one today. Fucking ridiculous. Anyways, so we got a couple packs here. We'll get started right away. 1987 pack. Anyone knows, we've been having problems with the back card being pretty much shot. And let's see, we got right here right off the bat, we got the Braves leaders card. That's the one that's got the gum stuck to it. Stuck like plaster. Anyways, that card's junk. And let's just see what we all got here. I don't know if there's really a whole lot here that's going to be anything overly exciting. But let's see right here, right off the bat, we got Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver is one of the best pitchers ever. Any boomer, they will tell you, anyone in their 60s, 70s, they'll tell you how Tom Seaver was one of the most, they'll tell you he's the greatest pitcher ever. I don't know if he was quite that good, but there's a statue form in front of where the Mets play. I forgot what it is. It's not Shea Stadium anymore, but there's a statue form there. Here he's towards the end of his career at the Red Sox. This might even have been his last. There's Kitty making an appearance. Hey, buddy. Do these totally off the cuff. Obviously the production value is very minimal if my cat decides to jump in here. Anyways, there's Tom Seaver. Like I said, great Hall of Fame pitcher. Recently passed away. R.I.P. to him. But yeah, Tom Seaver, Hall of Famer. That's kind of a fun one to get. Here's another one. Love this pack. Hal McRae. Hal McRae was also another. He wasn't a Hall of Famer, but he had a long career. His son Brian McRae played in the majors. Hal was also a manager. He was with the Royals again towards the end of his career. He was part of the '85 Royals team that beat the Cardinals. Great, was he second base? Designated hitter at that point. I thought he played second base. I don't remember. It was at outfield. Anyways, next up, personal favorite as a kid. This one's going to get put aside. Shawon Dunston. Shawon, the Shawon-o-meter. Shawon Dunston was with the Cubs. It was a double play combo with Ryan Sandberg. When he first came up in '85, kind of became the everyday by '86. But yeah, '85, '86, by '86, I say he was a full-time starter, and then I believe he was a starter all the way into the early '90s. At least 7-8 years, he was the double play combo with Ryan Sandberg. 9 years. Had a sometimes suspect bat, but he's a lot of swing and miss in his game, but he was fun. Hit some home runs, had some big bombs, and his arm from shortstop, he could throw anybody out. His arm was legendary. Any old school Cub fan definitely remembers Shawon Dunston with a lot of fond memories. Like I said, the Shawon-o-meter, the sign out in the bleachers the guy came up with, and always adjusted his batting average every time we got a hit. It was great. Anyways, had to be there, baby. Anyhow, next up we got Tim Conroy, Cardinals. Don't remember him. Next we got, man, that's a fun pack. Next we have manager Steve Boros. I don't really remember Steve Boros, but he was the manager of the Padres for at least that season. And here we got the lefty Dan Plesac. This is a rookie Dan Plesac card. Would have been a little excited to get this when I was back in '87. He was a very good closer for the Brewers for a few years. Ended up having a pretty lengthy career as a middle reliever. You can now see him on MLB Network. Dan Plesac is great character in the game. Bring in the old Brewer fans, bring in the lefty, and came Dan Plesac. But anyways, yeah, he was a pretty solid pitcher in his time. Next up, this is a great card, though I don't remember the guy. Look at that. Bob Kearney. Oh, look, my dog's whining a little bit. I ran my dog a little bit today. Might have to take a break here. But here's Bob Kearney, backup catcher for the Mariners. Actually, he started for a couple seasons there for the Mariners. Looked like he was absolute garbage, too. Anyways, but yeah, he looks kind of like a chomo in those glasses. Sorry for him. All right, like I said, I ran my dog, swam him. He went swimming today in Lake Michigan. He's having a little whiny now. I think a little sore leg. Anyways, up next we got Bob James. He was a pitcher for the White Sox. Don't remember much about Bob James. Next here we've got Jim Clancy. He was a pitcher for the Blue Jays. He was pretty solid for a while, Jim Clancy. I think he pitched before. I don't think he was on their World Series teams later, but he was pretty solid in his time. Next, here's another good one. Rookie Mitch Williams card. Wild thing. He was part of a big trade from the Rangers to the Cubs. Rafael Palmeiro, Jamie Moyer going one way, Mitch Williams. I forget who else was involved in that trade. Curtis Wilkerson was in there. Oh, God, there's somebody else I'm forgetting. I'm going to kick myself for forgetting was involved in that. Was really paid off immediately for the Cubs initially. They won the division in 89 and almost went to the World Series, except the Giants beat them. So fuck the Giants, fuck Will Clark. Yeah, Mitch Williams was a big part of that. He was a closer that year. Ended up kind of tailing off the next couple of years. They traded him, and the Cubs only had that 1 year. Long term, we traded away Rafael Palmeiro. Steroids are not, the guy's a Hall of Famer. We got 1 year of a closer and a couple backups. Anyways, it was a fun year, though. In 89 was a fun year. I remember Mitch Williams hit a grand slam in a game because, long story short, he hit a grand slam in a game. It was awesome. Next up here, we've got Joel Skinner. Joel Skinner was a catcher for the White Sox and the Yankees. Next, we've got Ray Soff. Ray Soff was a pitcher for the Cardinals for a season. I don't know if he pitched much more after that. I really don't remember him. Terry Poole. He the pitcher for the played outfield for the Astros. Don't know much about him. I remember this card for some reason. I remember having a couple of his cards. I don't really remember a whole lot about Terry Poole. I remember facing him. It was against the Cubs. He wasn't good, didn't suck. I don't know. He played for a long time. Another good one here, Dave Henderson. This has been a pretty good pack. It might be a standalone video here. Dave Henderson had a huge home run for the Red Sox in the ALCS. My boy Mike and the OC always bemoans that play. I said their Angels about to go to the World Series. Dave Henderson took him yard in '86. Put the Red Sox into the World Series. Next up, again, I've had this guy before, Ray Searage. Ended up being, to me, more known as a pitching coach than pitching coach for the Pirates, I believe. And last but not least, we got Dave LaPointe. He was a solid pitcher in his time. One of those, the number 3 pitcher. A lot of those guys in the league. Good, not great, but good for him. Anyways, I'm going to do that as one pack alone. Got the dog. You can hear him whining in the background there. Poor guy. Anyways, I'm going to go lay with him because he's a huge baby. Anyways, y'all be kind. I'll probably be back to do another one here in a minute. Much love.